Greetings of the day and welcome to the Coffee with Colonel show. I'm today's host, Colonel Verma, founder director at UPSC Launch. The idea behind hosting this event was to showcase your story, and my celebrities are those people who have cleared this examination or those mentors who have made some impact in the preparation of uh, the candidates. And if you get both the things in one man, that means it is something very different. So let me introduce today's guest, Mr. Venkat Raman. Welcome, Venkat.
Thank you, sir.
And nice to see you again, and I'm so happy that you are in the academy now.
Yes.
So about Venkat, his success story is like grit and determination. He has conquered this examination with the determination and a strategy which he customized for himself. He is into mentoring also. I can see the followers. He keep telling them what could be the rightest approach. So, not taking much time, I open up the discussion with Mr. Venkat. Here, I would like to tell my audience that because of some administrative hard pressing requirements, Anand Vardhan would not be attending today's show. But I assure you all, he will be coming on this show very shortly. So, Venkat, welcome again and just tell us about yourself.
Sir, I myself, Venkat Raman, and I got 363 rank in the Civil Services Examination 2019. Basically, I am an engineer and I graduated from BMS College in Bangalore in Electronics and Communication. And then I worked in one of the top chip making in the fabrication industry in Bangalore, Broadcom. And then I worked in State Bank of India as probationary officer. Then I joined now as a civil servant in Indian Corporate Law Service.
Perfect.
Brief journey, and I gave 5 attempts at civil service examination and 4 interviews.
Oh, great, great. That's why I termed it the story of greed and determination. So, Mr. Venkat, can you tell us what really motivated you to keep the pace and keeping the things in your hands and becoming self-confident that one day you will definitely crack this examination? What were the success mantra?
The first thing is about I was consistently in the loop. I was never out of the loop. I was giving prelims, mains, and then again interview continuously. So that was the kind of motivation you have. Feel that you are just inches away from final success. That's the first thing. Second thing is a motivating factor for sustain for a long period of time, because you can't sustain for a long period of time in this examination unless you have strong motivating factor. For example, for me, it was a kind of government service which you will be able to do some work which you cannot do in corporate sector, because I had experience in public sector as well as corporate sector. So I wanted to stick to this and wanted to be in government service at any cost. So I prepared and gave my fullest. And what another thing is, whenever attempts were progressing, I was feeling that okay, इस attempt में complete नहीं दिया था मैंने, और improve मेरा कर सकता हूँ. So that constant strive for improvement, your desire for improve yourself, so that actually helps me continuously.
Great, great. So self motivation is one of the key factors to propel you and to make you run in this examination.
Yes, because if there is a force factor from your parents or your friend or some teacher, you may stay for 1 year or maximum 2 years, and beyond that it's not possible to sustain. So self motivation, the internal, that spark is required to keep yourself alive in this journey.
Great, great. So how is the life different in the academy now? Once you made it to the CSE and now you're in the academy, so how is that difference as a on a personal note as well as on professional note? How are the things different?
So far we didn't have any field experience, but so far in academy we are having one of few great teachers as our lecturers. And for example, we are having lectures from National Law University, Bangalore, and then Sri Ram College of Commerce for accountancy, and also these are things which we are getting a lot faculties which are who are very reputed. So that's the first thing. Second thing is we are also enjoying a lot. There is not just focus on having some academic things. Again, there is a focus on developing personality beyond an aspirant, because earlier you were a kind of candidate or aspirant. So that journey is kind of over now. So now you have to build yourself an officer like qualities.
Yes.
So that journey has started now.
Great. So OLQs, those are the officer like qualities.
Exactly.
And those OLQs, like if I hear from you, so just tell me 3 OLQs that is required from a civil services aspirant, not from the officer. Those OLQs, if they can develop right from their preparation, those will definitely help them. So what could be those 3 OLQs like qualities?
First is honesty and integrity. Second is balance of judgment. And third is etiquette.
Etiquettes,
Yes.
yes. Yes. I will put honesty and integrity in one loop only. And if I say that there is a minor difference between honesty and integrity, it's something like when somebody is not watching you and still you are an honest person, that means you have, like, you are having high integrity. Secondly, like he told about the balance of judgment. That is very, very important because overall it's a judgment. Even candidates ask me that they should take this examination or not. First thing. Second, like about selecting the optional subject. Again, balance of judgment. So I keep telling them that it's all about taking a decision. Decision could be right and wrong, but that balance part is somewhere lying, that you should try to in like no in the favorable position. You should try to push your decision in the favorable position. That could be like personal decisions or the professional decisions. So obviously decision making should be there and that should be balanced. And third, he told about etiquettes. Etiquettes, I like I keep speaking with the candidates, like who are my potential, or what to say, the students who can join me or join my coaching. So like first thing, they will like no they will think that I'm someone like a shopkeeper sort of thing, or I am a salesperson. Like despite of knowing that I can be like that a person having some knowledge, some integrity, some like maturity, but they will talk like this: hello, hi, yes. So etiquettes cannot be like developed in a day or in a week or in a month. You have to continuously work on those etiquettes, and those are etiquettes and mannerism desirable from a prospective future civil servant. We are running one program that is making of an officer, where we are grooming them on communication, that is verbal and non-verbal communication skills, emotional intelligence and mental well-being, and also imbibing them certain facets of leadership. So uh, these are the programs that UPSC launch. uh, I just want to give them a preface of the CSC. Under Article 315 to 323, UPSC conducts CSC, that means Civil Service Examination, for the recruitment of All India services, Group A and Group B services. Candidates who make it to, they are given the IAS or IPS and other services. We have with us like in this preparation strategy, you have to clear your prelims and mains and interview. Prelims will have two people, see general studies 1 and general studies 2, that is known as CSAT. Mains, there will be 9 papers, 2 will be language papers and 7 will be the papers which will be counted for your merit making. One essay, 4 GS papers and 2 optional papers, and there will be the last stage of personality test 275 marks. Total 1750 plus 275, that means 2025 marks. Out of 2025 marks, the scores obtained by you will decide your rank and your service. So that was the preface of CSE. Now, basically today's show, the agenda for the show was giving some inputs, or what to say, the suggestions and recommendations for the interview, that the personality test. So let me ask you, what really the a serious civil services candidate should avoid in the personality test? What could be those 4 5 things?
First thing is that you should not go with some preset mind. Means this board is like that, and this question I will answer like this. Because many times you need to frame your answer real time. That's the first thing in interview. Because if you go with the predetermined mindset, you will answer in particular manner, and you may end up screwing your interview. That's the first thing. Second thing is referring too many current affairs. Because nowadays, for interview, many institutes come with current affairs magazines for everything, and you start following. मैंने ये पढ़ा, वो पढ़ा, सब पढ़ा. बाद में कुछ नहीं perfect. You may not be able to answer a basic current affairs question also. So ऐसा situation tragedy नहीं होना चाहिए आपको. तीसरा, not knowing UPSC's basic notification about personality test. Many people simply fill the form, do not see notification. Finally, they see some mains related the syllabus है, खत्म हो गया. But वहीं पे खत्म नहीं हुआ है notification. Notification आगे बढ़ के personality test के बारे में भी कुछ बताया है. So you should look at. So avoiding that again, that's an issue. So, and another thing is procrastination about your preparation. मेरा इंटरव्यू अब 1.5 मंथ से बाद है और 2 महीने के बाद है. So तब मैं प्रिपेयर करूंगा जब मेरा इंटरव्यू आएगा. So it will be like one case.
Exactly. People don't take interview seriously. Like, you can recall your strategy making for GS paper 1, 2, 3, and even for optional and essay. But I think the interview part is most neglected part. People feel that they will be able to manage it. And as you rightly said, there are certain procrastination, and they feel that by mugging up the current affairs in the last week, they will be able to produce. But it is not the right scenario.
I want to highlight some facts from 2018 and 19 marks, selection related marks. So you can see that there is a very less margin or difference between the candidates who got selected in their mains marks. The huge difference is nowadays made in interview. Interview has become a make or break moment for candidates. Earlier, if you had some 50 plus margin, 50-60 margin over mains cutoff, you were sure of selection. But nowadays it is not that. So UPSC is trying to create that importance for interview. So it has become huge factor. Either you may end up in service, you may get IAS, or you may be out of list. So 110 to 212, that's the variation they have made. So 100 marks of variations.
Yes. You rightly brought it out, and it's a maker or breaker for many. Like I have seen people being excluded out because of poor performance in the interview, and being included because of good performance in the interview. So after listening to you, those things to be prevented, let me ask you two things. Those should be included in the preparation for PT. Two things.
I will call them as pillars of interview preparation. There are some 4 pillars.
Pillars, okay.
Yeah. So first is your DAP, detailed application form, which you are filling. So today is the last date, I think.
Yeah.
So, and second is previous year transcripts compilations. You will get it on the internet or Telegram groups or many places. You will get them. year interview transcription, nowadays of subject wise, everything, hobby wise. So you will get that. Third is current affairs. And fourth is again about UPSC notification. These are the four pillars, in my view, are the basic ingredients for your preparation. So first of all, let me talk about DAF, detailed application form. You fill up a lot of things in your DAF. You talk about your district, your hometown, your education, graduation subject, your optional subject, and whatever subject you have studied during your 10th and 12th examination, and even your hobbies, extracurricular activities, and any sports activities. Also, you have, whether you have joined some organization or not, NCC, Scouts and Guides, NSS, etc., etc. So these are the places where UPSC members in the interview panel try to make some questions to check the major interest of the candidate. And some people ऐसा होता है कि कुछ fake भरा देते हैं, कुछ भी भरा देते हैं, उनको पता नहीं चलता, and then they get trapped in the interview. They realize, oh, मैंने ऐसा भरा था at that point of time. मेरा एक फ्रेंड को ऐसा हुआ था कि उन्होंने कुछ भरा था, इंटरव्यू बोर्ड में बत्ती सर ने और किसी ने पूछा उनको कि व्हाट इज अबाउट दिस यू हैव फिल्ड, उनको पता चला बाद में कि मैं ये भी फिल किया हूँ, उनको वो भी याद नहीं. तो ऐसा डिसास्टर नहीं होना चाहिए. So you must go through your DAF multiple times and pick up some 40-50, maybe 30 points which you have put there. वो 30 पॉइंट को एक शीट बना के एक A4 शीट ले लो. हर जो पॉइंट होता है, एक्टिविटी होता है और हाईलाइट होता है आपका डाफ में, उसके लिए एक A4 शीट बनाओ. कुछ फैक्चुअल चीजें उसके बारे में है वो लिखो, और साथ में कुछ क्वेश्चन जो आ सकता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, योर होम डिस्ट्रिक्ट, इफ इट इज वेरी पॉपुलर, सम क्वेश्चन में बी आस्क्ड इन इंटरव्यू बोर्ड. And if you go through previous year transcript, you will find similar question, maybe directly related to your hobby or your activity or your district or your optional subject, anything. So थोड़ा वो यहाँ से वहाँ वो आप लिखे अपना प्रिपरेशन चालू कर दो suddenly. So don't wait for UPSC to declare the dates and give the admit card. अभी से start करना है आपको ये. और previous year transcript में आपको ये भी मिलता है. Apart from your DAF related contents, also you get some general questions. General questions like ethics related, FOBAD related. They ask some case studies. If you are made the DC, if you are made SP, if you are made commissioner, so what is your response to this kind of situation? So those questions are also asked. So you get that hint what kind of questions are being framed by UPSC members. So that is available in UPSC transcript, previous year transcript. So go through that. And again, some current affairs related questions will be there in transcript. So you will know that current affairs thing was in highlight that point of time. So they have asked that question. So मुझे अभी का क्या पढ़ना है? So you try to correlate. So and prepare accordingly. So apart from that, you need to prepare current affairs specifically. In that, I would say you need to follow at least 2-3 newspapers. One economy related, I mean. Economic Times or Business Standard or some Live Mint, anyone, not all. And after that, either Indian Express or Times of India. Most of the candidates follow Times of India and also Indian Express. So 3 newspapers to ho sakta hai. But I would say don't try to prepare a kind of mains related material from that. Now your focus should be for interview preparation. Let us come to this, how to pick news articles for interview preparation later. So again, I will try to finish this with pillars with UPSC notification. So you need to go through UPSC notification. In the end of that syllabus part, they have said this UPSC notification may what are the qualities judged in personality test. So they say first is mental alertness, and the second is critical powers of assimilation. Third is clear and logical exposition. Fourth is balance of judgment. Fifth is variety and depth of interest. Next is ability for social cohesion and leadership. And then intellectual and moral integrity. So these are the things which they are trying to judge in an interview. So how it is judged, we take it later. I just highlighted what needs to be your preparation basis.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, four pillars for your interview preparation, and I think very important thing is the DAF. DAF is your mirror through which the panel would like to see your personality. So, one thing like I just wanted to highlight here, people keep asking me what type of information and how much information they should fill in or they should supply to UPSC. So I tell them that it should be very limited, it should be logical, it should be to the point, and like those information only you should supply to the UPSC which can be defended by you, which can be supported by you, which can you have a holistic view of those informations. So in the DAF, like one part is there regarding the hobby and extracurricular activities. So I I always say that we people don't have good hobby. Like when it comes to writing something for the sake of if we are writing, then it's not hobby. There is a difference between interest and hobby. And if we will have to think before writing or before telling that what is your hobby, that means you don't have hobby. So what will be your suggestion for those people like they are struggling to write hobby in their DAF? Because I keep getting such type of questions from the aspirant.
Sir, hobbies you are asking from which point of view?
Supplying in the DAF.
Okay, you're telling DAF में क्या डालना है. So first thing is try to be honest. If you have kind of interest in this particular hobby, then only put it, because you will have to face questions to the extent that some people put cricket and UPSC asks what is the diameter of ball and what is the height of stumps. So they ask questions suddenly. So
Yeah, they can ask anything. They
if
can
you
ask-
don't have interest, if you are not prepared, then again it exposes you. Your intellectual moral integrity is exposed. So तभी आपका 120 पे आ जाएगा marks.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
you need to be very careful. So if you have genuine interest, if you have done something, and if you plan to do something in next 1 or 2 months, so then only try to put it, and you feel that you can prepare it very well.
Okay, great. So one is the DAF. DAF, there will be like 2-3 types of information. One is your static information that comes from your background, educational background, or your socioeconomic background, or your the state related information. Second is like supplying these information, hobby, extracurricular activities, or your interest. And third is your overall impression, that how your DAF appears. That means if you have done something very outstanding, like some medal, something, so that will make you very distinguished. Second thing is regarding your optional subject. So how is it important to like prepare optional for PT also? People do ask questions on optional subject.
Yes, sir. Actually, there are some subjects like political science for bad, and maybe
Sociology, geography, anthropology. Yeah.
especially physics optional
Yeah,
attracts lot of questions. And maybe some literature related questions may not be that much. Anthropology or literature, they may not ask much questions, but at least you need to know some controversial aspects, some very important aspects which are in news related. For example, if your optional is anthropology, you must be knowing some debate related to Aryan theory, Aryan migration theory and all. So if there are some news related to anthropological evidences, Mahabharata, Ramayana, or some prehistoric era, so you must be knowing something. So I would say try to relate with your optional with current affairs and also some controversial or the topics in debate. So they may take more interest in that than knowing your factual part, like theory, वो theory बताओ, ये theory बताओ, तो वो सब नहीं होगा. But एक बार थोड़ा रिवाइज कर लेना बस.
ओके, अभी कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे हैं जो मतलब स्टूडेंट्स पूछते हैं कि जैसे एक ये चीज हो गया कि हिंदी मीडियम वर्सेस इंग्लिश मीडियम. ये काफी मतलब डाउटफुल क्वेश्चन है एक तरह से कि आधे लोग वो हैं जिन्होंने इंग्लिश मीडियम लिख दिया है डैफ में but they are not comfortable in English medium, and they are feeling that can they swiftly move into Hindi medium once asked the question. दूसरे लोग वो हैं जिनको लगता है कि how they will announce that they are from Hindi medium. Like it's really struggling for them because they don't know कि अंदर जो पैनल बैठा हुआ है उससे पहले जो बच्चा गया है वो इंग्लिश मीडियम का बच्चा था, अभी वो जो बच्चा आ रहा है हिंदी मीडियम वाला. सो शुड ही से और सी से कि मैं हिंदी मीडियम से हूं सर, या उसको कैसे अनाउंसमेंट करना है उस चीज को. सो एनी टेक फ्रॉम योर साइड.
To tell you frankly, medium doesn't matter much because board is okay with even English.
English.
Yeah,
English. Yeah, I got your point. Hindi plus English.
So, yes, so board is okay with it, and many candidates who have put like English in their DAF while filling DAF, they announce that English will be my medium of interview. But in the end, when they go to board, they say, sir, I'm more comfortable with Hindi. Is it okay if I speak in Hindi? So board says absolutely fine, no problem. I've seen it in many transcripts.
Yes, absolutely right. I also advise a few candidates regarding.
I would like to have one point. You need not have inferiority complex for speaking in the language which is other than English. That confidence matters a lot.
Great. Yeah. It's all about keeping the confidence high and manage the theater. Because every second, not the minute, every second is counted. How impressive was your conversation? How forcefully, how assertive was your statement? Everything matters in the boardroom. So now tell me about how to connect with the panelist. How to connect with the panelist? Like it is something keeping yourself at ease and giving a soothing experience to everyone. So what could be those 2-3 points if you can tell us?
See, except a few interviews I have seen, most of the interviews or panels which they start with basics from your side, like tell me about yourself. Yeah, and basically asking about your district or your hobby. So they ask from your comfortable area only. They don't suddenly jump into the areas which are not comfortable. So surprise questions are very less in the beginning, because यूपीएससी और उसका कमिटी जो सेटअप हुआ था, वाईके अलग कमिटी, उन्होंने भी बताया था कि पहले हमें कैंडिडेट को उनको बहुत कंफर्टेबल करना है, क्योंकि तभी कैंडिडेट विल ओपन अप. उनका माइंड को हम रीड करना स्टार्ट करेंगे. बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर कंफर्टेबल यू स्टार्ट रिवीलिंग.
Yes. Like there is a difference between the interview and the personality test. Interview is about a job, and there is a job description attached with it. Like you know that what are they looking for, skill set also you know, the role also you know, even you know your working hours and the reporting authorities and your pay also. But here in personality test you are looked for like the suitability or the overall candidature for the services. Like you can end up getting IRTS, you can end up getting RPS, you can end up getting your Danics and Danics, or you might get IAS, IPS also. So marks are like given as per your capabilities, as per your personality suitable to the all India services. Like why people getting 190, 100, 95, 200, more than 200, because the interview panel have judged their personality suitable for the top services, and they want to induct them, and then they will go to the like top premier institutes, Labasna or Siddharth Telekidmi or the other institutes, and they will be polished further. So you rightly brought out that medium doesn't matter. It's all about connecting and putting up your arguments and convincing them, the assertiveness in your statements. So people ask me a very funny question that girls get good marks in interviews. What could be the reason? Are they well prepared, or they connect with the panelist nicely, and they are assertive in their approach? What could be the reason?
First of all, there is not such discrimination per se. So personality matters a lot when it is getting good marks in interview. I have seen male candidates as well as female candidates getting very good marks. But also there could be reason that UPSC supports gender balance.
Okay.
So there may be that, but there is no per se discrimination. Kind of इनको intentionally हमें सर्विस में लाना ही है, इसलिए मैं बहुत ज्यादा मार्क्स दे देता हूँ. ऐसा नहीं है. If candidate is good, he or she is supposed to get good marks.
Okay. Okay. Great. मिस्टर वेंकट, ऐसा लगता है कि मतलब मेंस के मार्क्स उनके पास होते हैं? लोग ये क्वेश्चन बार बार पूछते हैं.
नहीं होता है.
नहीं होते.
It's not available.
Aware about your mains performance?
No, they are not aware of anything about mains marks.
Okay.
It's hidden completely.
So, how is it important, like the people from science background, like the technical background, medical or the engineering, vis-a-vis to the humanity background? So, is there any bias in the approach? The interviewers see that which lot could be the best suitable for the services? Is there any bias?
No, in fact, they feel happy if they see some candidates from humanities background.
They feel happy from humanities background
because they see a lot of candidates day and night, like all from engineering background or medical background. Continuously, candidates will be from that background. So they feel happy if the person has done something in BA or BCom, BSc.
Yes. Great.
But that doesn't mean that you will get good marks. How to perform?
Okay, during those 20-25 minutes, like when a candidate can realize that his interview is proceeding in the right direction, is there any feeler given by the panelists?
No, sir, it is not, because many people have felt that feeler, and in the end, they end up getting 120, 130, 140.
Okay, so it's unpredictable. Throughout the journey, it's unpredictable, and UPSC maintains the unpredictability in all three stages.
UPSC doesn't reveal, panel members do not reveal their mind, what they have in.
Great.
बहुत भाव देते हैं, like very good and all sometimes, and candidate ends up getting 120, 130.
Yeah, I've also heard this, and like people even putting up wrong statements, they promote them. कि हाँ very good, अच्छा है, अरे वाह, अच्छा, okay, take it further. And वो कहते हैं ना, एक चीज के बाद बंदा उधर ही चलता रहता है. Okay.
And I wanted to highlight one point. This is personality test. It is not interview, and it is not question and answer session.
Yeah, it's into
UPSC in the notification itself says it is directed and purposive conversation. Means
yes,
it is guided conversation. They start a topic, they take some issues, they start discussing, and it is a purposive conversation, means with a purpose. ऐसे ही चिट-चैट के लिए नहीं बैठे हो.
It has got the purpose, and purpose is to extract out your skill set, to know your personality, and like you told about those features, that all cues, the balance of judgments, critical exposition, mental alertness,
exactly,
and humility. That's
each question is directed at extracting value judgment, means to some of the other value will be coming out of that question and discussion, I would say.
Great. So like the corona setting in, and there are certain I think people are becoming having anxiety nowadays, and people are unsure, not sure about the interviews happening in the physical format also. or if it will happen, then they will have to take the precautions and the PP kit and everything. So is it affecting the performance, the PP kit, using mask and all these things?
I gave my interview with mask and also face shield and all
Okay.
completely.
And the social distance was maintained.
Yeah, it was a big room, and panel members were seated apart from far बहुत distance था members के बीच में.
Okay, they were audible enough.
Yes, they had mic also.
Okay, and you were
And they asked me whether you want to switch on, you want to use the mic or not. So I said my voice was audible enough. So I said no, sir, I don't require.
Okay, great. Great. So from my side, I think I'm done with the question answer session. Anything else you would like to tell the people who are taking the interviews, and then we'll open up the question answers.
Yeah, my only advice is when your interview dates are coming, I don't know, but keep yourself healthy. थोड़ा social distance वगैरह maintain करके रखे, क्योंकि आपका career इस पे dependent है. So take precautions because you stand a chance to become a civil servant now if you do very well in the interview. So be cautious of that importance of this selection in interview.
Great. So let me take one or two questions. Anybody would like to ask anything from Mr. Venkat? Anybody? Way master.
सर एक को दे दीजिए क्योंकि सब ओपन अप कर देंगे, इसलिए तो बहुत मेस हो जाएगा.
Yeah. Raise the hands.
Sir, my name is Mandeep Singh and I am speaking from Andhra Pradesh.
Hi Mandeep.
Hello sir, good afternoon.
I can't see you. Where are you, Mandeep?
Mandeep Wine.
I want to see your Sardar. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cute Sardar. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mandeep, go ahead.
Sir, during the preparation, we should also have to study daily up to 6 hours, daily 6 to 7 hours. Yes, sir.
Yes, obviously, depending on your days remaining when you want to take the examination.
Okay.
If you are in college first year, you can set your schedule accordingly.
Okay, sir.
But if you are taking the examination in next 6 to 7 months, then obviously there should be a pacing up.
Okay, sir. Yes.
And one thing is, number of hours doesn't matter. Number of quality of hours matters a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So that's all. I am doubted my question, sir.
तो थोड़ा इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन के बारे में लिमिट कर दीजिए, क्योंकि वो लोग जो immediate beneficiary है.
Is there Kiran, you would like to ask anything from Venkat? Kiran?
Hello.
Yeah, Kiran, I can hear you. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Sir, I'm good, thank you. How are you, sir?
All good, positive. Please go ahead with your question.
Okay, sir. Good morning, Venkat, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, I'm also an electronics engineer from NIT Jalandhar.
Okay.
Sir, so would you like to guide me on the preparation aspect of the electronics part?
Sorry, my optional was different. I did not opt for electrical engineering, so I have less idea about it.
Okay. No, sir, my optional is political science.
Okay.
Since my graduation is from electronics, so how should I focus to cover that part, the graduation aspect of that?
Yeah, for electronics and communication, was it electronics communication or electrical?
No, sir, it was electronics and communication.
Yeah, मेरा भी electronics and communication ही था. आपको कुछ booklets मिलेंगे ORN में गए तो like made easy और कुछ वो इंजीनियरिंग रिलेटेड कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट होते हैं ना गेट वाले, सो उसका जो मटेरियल है उसको एक बार ले
Yes,
लीजिए,
sir.
पढ़ लीजिए सही से, अच्छा रहेगा.
Okay,
And
sir.
major
Okay,
questions
sir.
for electronics and communication graduates is like which are currently in news, for example 5G ho or some LED or जो भी recently advancements, quantum computing, artificial intelligence, ऐसे ही आते हैं questions maximum.
Okay, sir. Okay. And my second question is that how to handle situational questions, because we don't have much practical exposure, so we might be lacking points that are not pragmatic in the given situation. So how to handle that part?
So the thing is, nobody except those in service will have the previous experience of working in such situation. Even those who just got into service may not be having that field experience. So, but what we need to do is what we have studied in general studies, what we have studied in ethics. So ethics को case study तो solve किए होंगे ना आप. So that approach you keep it in mind and don't be so elaborate. Try to be direct. मतलब आपको बहुत pointed होना चाहिए कि मैं ये करूँगा, वो करूँगा, वो करूँगा. So if you are asked with how you go with some renovation of some school, so they say some Naxal affected area, there is a school which is not being used by localites. So how will, as a district commission or district collector, how will you renovate it? How will you attract students? So you have to come with point number 1, 2, 3. मैं ये करूँगा, वो करूँगा, ये करूँगा. So उतना ही आप कह सकते हो, क्योंकि the interview you need to be very short also. बहुत लंबे खींचने के लिए टाइम भी नहीं देंगे इंटरव्यू पैनल में.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Okay.
Piyush is there. Piyush, you want to know something? If I like solving mathematical problems, then can I mention it as my hobby? That was asked by Piyush. Piyush, are you appearing for PT this time?
Actually, my name is Kajal, but I've entered the meeting by another name. It is
Yes,
my
Kajal,
previous.
are you appearing this time for PT?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Sir, I just want to ask that being a mathematics student, I'm crazy about mathematical problems. I love
Are
to
you
solve.
appearing for PT this time?
Sir, could you please repeat your question? I couldn't
Are you
hear.
appearing for PT this time?
No, sir. Actually, I'm a first-year student.
Okay, okay. So you can conceive this hobby and develop it for next 3 years. I think that could be the right answer.
So instead of saying you are solving mathematical problems, you can keep it much more pointed, saying कुछ Vedic mathematics हो, कुछ basic arithmetics हो. So ऐसा कुछ है, वो थोड़ा आपको fine tuning करना पड़ेगा. Otherwise, solving mathematical questions is like, so I want to answer it to everyone. Like, don't try to put hobby which is too much broad, like writing poems, reading books, solving mathematical questions, क्योंकि बाद में आपका जो एरिया ऑफ प्रिपरेशन होगा वो बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा और यूपीएससी पैनल मेंबर्स कुछ भी पूछ लेते हैं, मतलब कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं बाद में. सो इसलिए आपको थोड़ा फाइन ट्यूनिंग करके रखना पड़ेगा, मतलब वेरी स्पेसिफिक डालो थोड़ा.
So then can I specifically say that I like solving algebraic problems?
Yes, 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 yes. That was mean to you. Yeah, that what he told you. It could be very, very specific. Mathematical problems could be anything. So rather make it specified and then prepare. Anyway, you have got time, so I think my answer will be to you to conceive it and take it forward for next 2 to 3 years. There is a difference, I already told you, in the interest and the hobby. Interest is like genuine interest, informal interest, or interest for the sake of. I want to do this thing, I want to do this thing, I'm interested in these things. Hobby is the thing which will not let you sleep if you have not performed your hobby. If you can see Barack Obama during his presidential elections taking out time for gym, that was his hobby. So there is a difference between interest and hobby, and for you, it is like conceiving this idea and taking it forward and making it as a hobby. And you can be specified in your approach, algebra or whatever. So that will limit the scope, and you will also develop good interest, and I think you will be very specialist in that. Anyway, Arthur is there. Arthur, what do you want to know? Please unmute yourself.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Myself Arthur from Srinagar, Jammu Kashmir.
Oh, great.
Sir, I have two questions.
Ask first one question.
Sir, first question is how to cover a syllabus in a time-bound manner with all the efficiencies put in the preparations.
Okay.
So second question is what was the daily schedule of sir when he has qualified, when he was preparing for this examination, so that I get some inputs whether I'm proceeding myself in the right direction or wrong direction.
Okay.
Obviously I will get some important points from the sir, and
Arthur,
I
I
will
note
continue.
down your
Thank you,
down the questions. I take it later because it's specific to PT. So let me ask anybody having PT related question.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, we'll come to you later. I am also interested to know Venkat's schedule. Anybody having PT related question, please, and who is preparing for PT this time? RK, are you there?
So we will take up the question of
Yeah.
Athar and then end the session.
Yeah.
So Athar, first of all, how to cover the syllabus for main examination?
Yes,
Especially, is it main examination or preliminary examination you are talking?
Sir, it's for both prelims as well as for the mains.
Okay, so first of all, you need to cover basic books. You know it, NCERT, and then basic books like Lakshmikant, Shankar IAS, Environment, और इकोनॉमी जो भी बेसिक मटेरियल्स है उसको आपको पहले खत्म करना है क्योंकि दे आर लाइक फंडामेंटल बेसिक्स. यू कैन नॉट अवॉइड देम एंड देन स्टार्ट सेइंग मुझे यूपीएससी से यूपीएससी एग्जामिनेशन देना है. एंड आफ्टर दैट you have better resources for covering syllabus of main examination because just basic books से आपका main examination का syllabus cover नहीं होगा. So इसके लिए आपको इंटरनेट का बहुत रिसोर्सेस यूज करना पड़ेगा और बाद में लाइक यू विल हैव यूपीएससी लॉन्च. सर का जो नोट्स आता है, उनका जो वीडियोस आता है क्लासेस का, उससे भी आपको बहुत हेल्प मिलेगा. So for example, internal security, international relations. So sir has conducted many classes. So for that, actually, you need to take syllabus topic and then find out what are the things covered by you. So you need to keep a checklist. Otherwise, there is a possibility that you may drift away because you know every day with addition of one newspaper, your syllabus increases. So you need to keep check on what you are doing, whether you are reading something related to syllabus or something nonsense which is just like जो भी पढ़ते हैं, gossips आते हैं बहुत सारे. So there is a chance of getting drifted away. So वो avoid करो बस. और दूसरा बोला आपने मेरा शेड्यूल कैसा था. तो मेरा शेड्यूल वाज लाइक it was whenever I got interest I used to study a lot, but when I didn't have interest, but I used to at least study for 4 hours that time. If I had interest, I used to stretch it up to 10 hours, 12 hours or something. When it was near examination, I used to study even 12 to 15 hours. But the schedule, you need to include something weekly for your entertainment or recreational activity. Otherwise, ऐसा हो जाता है कि वो stress completely build होता जाता है और you end up losing interest in preparation. So you need to maintain that consistency. It is possible only if you have that recreational time. What I used to do is weekly मैं 2 movies watch करता, maybe Telugu movies or Hindi movies or something. I used to watch at least 2 movies every week.
Every week
2
2 movies.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's unaffordable for many, man. Time wise and money wise.
So you may ask, you may ask,
Praise. Yes,
may ask even many
important point.
topics also. You may ask many toppers also. Everyone has kind of time for entertainment or recreation. Otherwise, it's stress buster तो चाहिए आपको. और मेरा optional था, जो मेरा optional literature था, it was also kind of stress buster for me.
Okay, great, great.
जब भी मुझे stress ज्यादा होता फीलिंग कि अरे अब नहीं हो पाएगा, then I used to take some novel, then I used to take some poems. So I used to read, okay, चलो आराम से हो गया अब. Next again I used to switch back. But thing is, I used to read night a lot. Midnight तो जो 3 बजे 4 बजे तक भी बैठता था मैं. सुबह में 9 बजे या 10 बजे ऐसा उठता था. So and another thing was I was not in Delhi. ORN में कभी नहीं था और लाइब्रेरी वगैरह भी कुछ नहीं था. I had a room and मेरा भी शेड्यूल था वो मैं फॉलो करता था बस. There was no one who was forcing me. अब आप स्टडी करो, वो करो, ये करो. And it was a kind of self-discipline, self-motivation. All these factors were very important. And I suggest you take at least 15 minutes in between after some 1 or 2 hours. If you have 2 hours, you sit for that. But if you can't, you sit for at least 1 hour and then you switch to next. For example, मैंने जब पहली बार पढ़ रहा था लक्ष्मीकांत, बिपिन चंद्रा, NCERT वगैरह, so I had planned it like this. So मैंने सुबह 10 बजे से around 11:30 तक मैं लक्ष्मीकांत का एक चैप्टर पढ़ता था. उसके बाद वो नेक्स्ट डे उसी समय के पढ़ता था.
Great.
And again after that, after 15 minutes break, I used to start Bipin Chandra, India Struggle for Independence. Till lunchtime, I used to read that. Again, that book will be open next day at similar time. So ऐसे करते गए तो आप you will be able to complete whole book in 1 month or 2 months. So in that period, it is not boring also because you are switching between the books or what subjects. So it will be interesting for you also.
Yes, yes. So it's a smart hard work, perseverance, and obviously the resources utilization.
Yes.
Whatever, like it should be limited but quality and repeated. Limited but repeated.
The consistency is important, sir.
Yes.
आज मैंने एक चैप्टर पढ़ा, कल नहीं करूंगा क्योंकि मैं yesterday I have read it, so today I am not going to read. ऐसा नहीं करना है. कल भी पढ़ा है, आज भी पढ़ूंगा, परसों भी पढ़ूंगा. ऐसा ही होना चाहिए वो total, continuous.
Exactly, and your resources should also be very limited. Rather than piling up or accumulating a bunch of books, you should be very selective in choosing all books, and like you should expend your time in revising those books. So it should be limited but repeated. And obviously, the mains answer writing. Venkat, I just want to know that about the mains answer writing. Like when a chap should start writing answers.
As soon as one feels that he is comfortable with answering questions, कुछ भी लिखने का कैपेसिटी आया है, ऐसा उनको फीलिंग होता है, तब स्टार्ट करना है. तभी तक थोड़ा पढ़ते रहो, ज्ञान लेते रहो, क्योंकि थोड़ा बेसिक तो चाहिए आपको स्टार्ट करने के लिए.
Content should be there to make it framed and put in the words. So like, yeah.
And when you are in advanced attempts, ये थोड़ा मैटर नहीं करता, but thing is test series matters a lot. So for example, for me, I used to write 2 tests, 3 hours का 2 टेस्ट मैं एक दिन में लिखता था. So arrange करके, continuous.
Yes. So like mains answer writing के लिए will not talk much because it's again I think a very wide aspect. People like somebody asked me, does handwriting matters in mains examination? Obviously it matters. Until otherwise it is like at that level when somebody can understand it, read it, and give you marks. Like you will see yourself when 2-3 copies are coming to you, and you will realize that the chap has written good content, but you are not able to understand, you are not able to read it. Then it really matters. So people who have got time, they should really work on it and at least take it to that level so that the person can understand it, read it. I'm not talking about the calligraphy language or something beautifully engrave.
Legible is the keyword.
Yeah, legible is the keyword, and it is desirable from a civil servant. Why I'm saying this? Because I have seen the notings, I have seen the files. When you will write something on your files, when you will give your opinion, the senior should understand, the junior should take your decision, the opinion that what has been written by you. So it
सिविल सर्वेंट का पूरा लाइफ उसी में चला जाता है सर.
हाँ,
files में
वहाँ पे आपको जरूर पता लगेगा, and then you cannot work on it. Okay, so handwriting really matters. Last time Major General Rajesh Sahai was with me, and we really covered this point nicely that time. So I think I made my point clear. Anybody else?
Sir,
Lydia is there.
one by one, please, one by one.
Yeah, Lydia is there. Lydia, go ahead.
Sir, I have two questions regarding PT. I was a bit hesitant to ask because I'm not giving PT this year.
Okay, not only
First question would be, sometimes you prepare so much and something very basic would be asked. And you know the answer, it would be at the tip of your tongue, but you wouldn't be able to recall. Or you would be somewhere in between an answer and you can't take it forward. In that
Right.
situation, what you should do,
I-
that is first question. And my second question would be, personality test is not just about speaking, it is also about body language. And body language, it clearly defines our personality to some extent. So how should that be? And how should we develop that?
Yeah, Venkat.
First question, it's regarding
The chap not able to express it fully, I think. So you want
yeah.
to-
So the issue is, it's a hot chair. अब कितने भी पढ़ो, कुछ भी पढ़ो, it's a hot chair because everything you may not be able to recall at that point of time. जितना अपने आपसे हो पाएगा उतना मैक्सिमाइज करना पड़ेगा आपको. Because we are talking in practical sense. सब जो पढ़े हैं वो डिलीवर नहीं हो सकता रियल टाइम में.
Yes.
So उसके लिए what you need to do is to see, for example, if you read 100 pages, you will be able to deliver only 10 pages maximum. So उतना content आपका preparation में crisp होना चाहिए. So you practice it by making questions, by reading previous year transcripts. Try to answer it in front of your friends or teachers or take mock interviews. So आपको constant improvement होना चाहिए. Otherwise maximum ऐसे हो गया कि आपको पता था इंटरव्यू हॉल में आपको जो क्वेश्चन पूछा तब आंसर नहीं कर पाए. It's a disaster.
It's a disaster. Obviously, if you know the answer, you're not able to put it up. That means you are not emotionally intelligent. Here comes the emotional intelligence component. You should be very crisp to the point and should be able to put your point across. Like there will be FOMO, fear of missing out. People will feel that I could have given this point, I could have given this point also, because you have got vast knowledge of your mains and of those topics, like you said, that basic questions they ask. So there also you should have 3 or 4 very solid points. Those points will cover it up. So it can be taken forward. And second question regarding the personality traits. So I would like to answer this question. Like personality,
So it was about body language.
yeah, body language. Like last time, General said 3 things. When you enter the room, 3 things precede you. Those are: one is your nose, second is your tummy, third is your shoes. So that means the entire body. How are you dressed up? What are you wearing? And what is your walking style? So those should be like a future civil servant. Have you seen any future civil servant going like what to say, Chulul Pandey? Have you seen anybody going like this? So body language is definitely something which need to be shaped, which need to be imbibed, and that will come with the other facets of your personality: the communication skills, the humility, the emotional intelligence, judgmental abilities. If it is something like a balloon, what to say? It's a combo. Body language cannot be like you cannot correct it in isolation. If you're confident, if you know that you will sell through, your body language will be positive. Body language, I'll only put two things. Body language could be negative or outrightly rejected part, where you feel and you say, "अरे यार कैसे चल रहा है यार ये बंदा, क्या है यार इसको चलना भी नहीं आता, नॉक नॉक भी वैसे करेगा जैसे कोई एहसान कर रहा हो, ठीक है, गुड मॉर्निंग भी ऐसे बोलेगा जैसे कोई सर में मार रहा हो टाइप ना." So body language is like, one is like very outrightly rejected, and second is pleasing and welcoming. When you feel that yes, this chap looks elegant, and I think he he will be a good candidate for the All India services.
Yeah, I would like to tell you one instance of my friend who had gone for interview.
Yeah,
It was David Simlesar board.
yeah,
He was a UPSC chairman at that time, I think. मेरा जो फ्रेंड था वो इंटरव्यू बोर्ड के जब स्टार्ट हुआ, he went knocked on the door and he went inside. When he was going inside on before sitting on the chair, he was like bent and moving some in like a unique type of movement था उसका. David sir noticed it and asked him to come back again.
oh my god,
बाहर जाओ फिर से आओ बोला उनको.
oh god, that means ki it has been noticed, and they want to really see ki how will you take it. Okay, it is so embarrassing, I think, when you appear very outrightly rejected, something like that's why I told you 2 points. Your body language should be in sync with your overall personality. That means whatever
One second.
OL cues, yeah, whatever OL cues you are supposed to display, those should be in the sync, like confidence, that is very important, and communication skills. So obviously your body language will be in that sync, and it is desirable that a future civil servant should look very positive, pleasant, soothing, and welcoming. Not like people will not like no people will not like to interact with him. It should appear that he is very forthcoming in approach. So body language should be forthcoming in approach. What I mean to say, आपको जाके करना क्या है, फाइनली आपको मैन मैनेजमेंट करना है. So लोगों को आपसे जुड़ने
can
के
I
लिए
ask,
करनी
like, how,
yes, Lydia, did you get my
sir, may I ask how we should, like, when we usually talk, we use our hands a lot to express ourselves. Can we also do the same in the interview hall?
no. Too much movement will definitely distract them, and it is recommended that you should appear cool, calm, composed, and confident, and that will definitely come. Yeah, we will prepare you for that, don't worry. Yeah, Heina sir, would you like to ask anything?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
Good, sir. My question related revision. How many times should we revise the all the study materials after completing? That's we 100% get to know that we.
Repeat your question to Venkat.
कुछ इश्यू हो रहा है क्या सर?
Sir, my question related revision after completing all the study materials like Lakshmikant, Shankar IAS, history and geography. How many times should we revise for clearing PT and mains?
Okay, yes, Ayush, कैसे हैं आप?
Yeah, I would like to answer this. You need to revise these basic materials till the time you are able to get good marks in mock tests.
I'll connect you.
Till you
Okay, sir.
feel that you are satisfied with your preparation and you are able to solve most of the questions, basic questions, and you go through previous year UPSC questions at least of 10 years, and then you must feel that okay, I am able to answer most of the basic questions. Otherwise, you need to go through again this material. Sufficient नहीं है preparation, ऐसा लगेगा फिर से अब मुझे पढ़ना है ये.
Okay, sir. And what about the current affairs? इसके लिए कितना रिवीजन करना चाहिए मुझे, मतलब?
It depends on whether in which attempt you are giving. Like first attempt है तो थोड़ा ज्यादा बार करना पड़ेगा revision. Otherwise, if you are in second, third, or fourth attempt, it's like you can revise it for 2 times, then you can give exam. So that वो भी हो सकता है. So it depends on which stage you are in your
Okay, sir.
preparation.
And my third question about what should be the facial impression at the time of interview? कैंडिडेट को कैसा अपना मतलब व्यवहार रखना चाहिए, वो मतलब उसका सब कुछ कैसा होना चाहिए कि ताकि जो हमारी जज कर रही है उसको लगे कि वी आर एबल टू जॉइन दिस सर्विस एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस. माय क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड दैट.
Need to be very calm. So थोड़ा expression बहुत दिखाना नहीं चाहिए. Need to be very calm. उनको नहीं दिखाना चाहिए कि you are too much excited, too nervous. ये expressions नहीं आना चाहिए.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Hina, I think you have been answered. Anybody else? I think we can take one more question, the last question of the session. Then
And thank you, sir, for giving all the clearance about my question.
yeah, thank you very much. Fatima is there. Yeah, I would like to go to Fatima. Fatima, just unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, Fatima, how are you doing?
Sir, I'm good, sir.
Fatima is our offline student Venkat at Vizag. We have launched our offline classroom in Vizag.
Hello.
Yeah, Fatima, how are you doing?
Yes, sir, I'm good, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, not feeling well a bit, sir, from few days.
Okay. I hope it's not corona.
No, sir.
Okay. It's a viral fever?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Would you like to ask anything from the guest?
Sir, actually, I have just listened to the question and answers, so some few of my doubts are cleared
Okay.
by the other students.
Okay. Are you able to cope up with the daily targets and happy with the quality of coaching we are providing at Visakhapatnam as well as in online mode?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Anybody else? The last question. Okay. The last question.
Sir, good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Shoria. Yes, Shoria. Please.
Yeah, sir. So, good morning, sir. I am a BCom honors student, first year BCom honors student at Hansraj College.
Okay.
And like, I wanted to know, like, commerce students are a little, hesitant to go in the field of UPSC.
Why?
Because that is from personal experience. Whenever I ask some of my friends, so they are
Vistara of opportunities, man.
towards
Yeah.
MBA and CA and other fields. But from the very beginning, sir, I am very much interested in UPSC.
Very
So, because of lack of proper guidance, especially for commerce students, I wanted to know how should I go about preparing myself so that, in the third year or maybe after the year, in the fourth year, so I can prepare well for the exam and give it in one shot.
Okay, great. So first of all, kudos to your decision to take the examination, UPSC, CSC. Second thing, don't delay it. We have launched the campaign, start early, finish early. Your batchmates or the people who are into the first semester, they have been enrolled with us. So if you have decided that you will take this examination after 3 years, that does not mean that in the third year or after 3 years you should start your preparation. You should start early and finish early. Like the 3 years should be utilized properly.
Okay, sir.
Second thing, regarding BCom to UPSC or BCom to civil services, I think I will say you are at par with others. And when to the extent I would say about that logical reasoning and the aptitude, which will definitely help you.
Okay, sir.
The issue is related to selecting an optional subject. So that will, I think, take it up on later session. You can connect with me 101. I will guide you how to choose
Okay, sir.
optional subject. Because from here, like optional could be your commerce as well as the other subject also. And you are in the first year, so I think you can prepare any subject very well for next 1 or 2 years. So the guidance is available. Hansraj College, we were supposed to come on 9th, but
Yes, sir.
that event has been cancelled because of government guidelines.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it is misfortune. Definitely will reach out to you. My number is available there, and journal is also there in Delhi. So we'll definitely hold some session in Hansraj. And I think 9th can we have in online mode, so not an issue. You can,
Okay, sir.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you,
I
sir.
would
Thank
like
you.
to
a lot.
highlight,
Yeah, sorry.
Shaurya Veer Gupta, I would like to highlight one point.
Yeah, yeah.
So since you
Yes,
are
sir.
since you are starting very early, so plan it properly so that you can clear this exam in first attempt.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Because I
Approach.
know many toppers,
Approach.
Tina Devi ma'am.
First attempt.
Yeah, many people have cleared in first attempt, and but they had prepared in advance at least for 3 years.
Okay, sir. Yes.
So you prepare and take the guidance of Verma sir, because he is very much experienced in this, and I hope you clear it as soon as you finish your graduation.
Yes, वेंकट ये जो मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि मतलब ग्रेजुएशन एज इज 20-21 years. Examination qualification, like qualifying that age criteria is 21 years. Average age coming out from the college is 20 years. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But people making it to the academies now, Venkat, you tell me what is the average age of the candidates making it to the academies?
27.
27.
Yes.
27. See the difference, 21 to 27.
27 and it is increasing again. 28 भी हो गया है.
28.
27. Yes.
So I have just launched this campaign, start early, finish early. Start early in the sense I want to enroll people in the first year only, first semester only, so that they will get 3 years with them. And like selecting optional, they will definitely make mistakes. So they can switch over to other optional also. So there will be like time at their ends. Writing answer, mains answer writing, they will have adequate time. And I think with 3 years, they will definitely reduce those 3 years, and they can in the first attempt or at least second attempt, they can make it to the list. The other positive part is that if they feel that they are not able to cope up, they want to drop out, they can easily make a respectful exit at any time, and they can start preparing.
I want to add one more point to this. ये तो like it is not just examination like you do for your competitive exams like IIT or maybe GATE or something, GRE and all, and even your graduation examination. It is examination with purpose and some value. So आपको ये नहीं चाहिए कि सब मैं examination के लिए कुछ भी पढ़ लेता हूँ और मेरा clear हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं. Certain level of maturity is needed. So as soon as gain you that, you will be into the service.
Yes.
That
Yes.
certain
Yes,
level
sir.
of maturity which you are going to get is going to be very important.
Yes.
Sure, sure.
Okay, then I think we close the interaction now. It was almost 70 minutes, and we have been benefited immensely by the experience shared by Venkat, and I'm really thankful to Venkat. You took out time and spared with us. It was really motivating and inspirational for many. It will get long in deciding the journey for the youngsters, and also it has given some insights to the